Hello racing fans, and a warm welcome to our Gallop TV preview show for this Friday. And what is it? It's the first day of a new month, the 1st of March, where we race on the turf track in Gqeberha at Fairview. And it is a race meeting where there are 8 races carded. And I see the main event on the day is the 200,000 Rand Breeders' Guineas. That will take place in race number 7. And it's for a stake of 200,000, as I mentioned. So, as always, our man in Gqeberha is Grant Paddock, and I must just compliment him on last week. His best bet and his value bet all arrived, and we mentioned that he's in good form. He is the man to follow when it comes to racing on the poly or the turf at Fairview. Grant, well done last week.
Morning, Dees. Morning, punters. Yeah, thank you very much. It's been a good run. It's been a good run. I can't complain. That's for sure. Hopefully, the punters have made a bit of money, and value bets winning at 12-1 always do help. But anyway, listen. Hopefully we can get this meeting, keep it in the same vein, and get the punters some money.
Yeah. And I trust that you, the valued racing fan, as well, and you're looking forward to getting your weekend of this new month off to an absolute flyer. Let's begin, Grant, in race number 1. What is a maiden juvenile plate for fillies over 1,200 meters. And at the time of recording, all 15 runners go to post. Horses in single figures here. Number 2 at 8-1, number 4 at 33-10. Then we got horse number 6 at 7-2, and we got number 8 at 22-10, and horse number 10 at 7-1. There is a donkey change. I see Donald Geertsen is not riding at this race meeting, so Raymond Danielson has picked up the ride there on horse number 9. This first race kicks off the bipod, and the betting does paint a picture between horses 6 and 8, and maybe 4.
Not an easy race, this juvenile race. I must be honest, we got a visitor from the Cape in Coral Blaze. Hasn't got much form, I must be honest with you. Probably trying to pick up that 100,000 Rand BSA bonus. I'm in the camp of Eat, Pray, Love. Her second run was very good. Her last run put a line straight through it. She didn't look well in the parade ring, didn't go down well either. And I know she's putting up some very, very good work at home. There was a lot of money for this horse, Gold Quest, first time out, and we were all on that, and that ran down the field. She's probably come on from that. I see there has been a bit of money for it again. I watched the replay a couple of times. I feel that it's a filly that's definitely going to be needing a trip. Maybe this 1,200 is still a bit on the sharp side. The improver here, definitely number 10 million reason. She's been running on strongly over shorter, over the 1,000 meters. Now has stepped up an extra 200. She's definitely going to be a runner. I can't see her missing the first 3. And a horse number 15 from the Michelin Yard, I believe, is putting up some decent work, and a horse to put in to the back end of quartets if it's not too green. These I've gone for 6, 10, 4 and 8, and my bipod just the 6 and the 10.
6 and the 10 for Grant Paddock here in the first leg of the bipod, and those are the 2 runners that he will be siding with here in race number 8. It's 1,200 meters, and it kicks off at 12:25. Then on to the place accumulator, which is race number 2. It's a maiden plate over 1,200 meters. Fillies and mares take their place here. And trainer Duncan McKenzie, as you would have noticed, if you had a look at the card already, holds a very strong hand here. He's got horse number 1, String of Lights, and horse number 16. But we'll begin with the market anti-post. Number 1, 28-10. Number 2, 6-1. Horse number 3 at 6-1. Number 4 at 8-1. And there is horse number 16 at 18-10. There are a few unknowns in the race. Just watch the betting on those runners. Duncan McKenzie, does he hold the key to the race? As I mentioned, is it an exacta play with Duncan's horses?
100%. He's got this race as his Mercy's found the right race. I really, really do like the looks of number 16, Princess Hannah. Very, very good debut, and there was shrewd money for her that day. There was stable money for her, and she ran a very, very good race. Just greenness beat her. She would have come on from that, there's no doubt. And I think she's going to be a very, very hard horse to beat. Stable companion, String of Lights, also money for her first time out. But the quality of the field was a lot weaker than that of Princess Hannah's. She's definitely the danger. It is the exact play for the day. I'll make it 16 from 1, cover up with the 3 and the 2 in for your quartets. But bipods and place accumulators, 1 and 16 is going to get you through. I really do like this filly, the 16 Princess Hannah.
You, the man in form, can we go straight line with that exacta? Or do you want to add a horse for that second position alongside number 1? Or do we go straight line? Mackenzie, 16 and 1.
We're going straight line here, Dees. Duncan's got this race for himself.
Okay, that is confidence. Hopefully we can bank a decent return on our investment. That will just cost you straight line 2 rand, 16 by 1. So, on to race number 3. It is the big one, over 2,000 meters, fillies and mares, 72 handicap, the start of the pick 6. And at the time of recording, what is happening here? Well, number 2 is at 6 to 1. Horse number 3, jockey chain, Sandile Kati. Then we got number 4 at 28 to 10, 5 at 2 to 1, 6 at 33 to 10, and it's double figures, the balance. Yeah, it's quite tight between these horses, Grant, when I have a look at the betting. Numbers 4, 5, and 6. You know, horse number 6, Trip to Barberton, did beat the 5 last time out, but I just did a quick calculation. It's a kg turnaround in the weights. Are those 2 horses good enough for a bet like the PA and the bipods and maybe the pick 6 at number 4?
I'm very, very strong on this horse on the guest list. She's very, very unlucky last time out. As you say, she's a kilo better off. She's going to take a power of beating. I've banked her in the bipods. I'll bank her in the place accumulator. The pick 6, unfortunately, you have to go 3 horses, 4, 5, and 6. St. Cloud's definitely a better filly on the poly. She's shown better poly form, but I'm strong on the guest list. I think she'll win it and win it well. Lady Right and Trip to Barberton to chase the home D's.
Well, there is some confidence from Grant Paddock on the guest looks. He's very, very strong on that. And he thinks the only danger is number 6, Trip to Barberton. Just give us some numbers for the pick 6 there, Grant. 4,
5, and 6 D's. 4, 5, and 6 only. 4,
5, and 6. I like jotting it down. He just missed it by 1 leg last week, and that was a possibly difficult horse to find in that race, where it was a conditions race, but just won out last week in a very inexpensive perm. I will maybe give some numbers at the end of the show. Race number 4, Jackpot 1, 1,900 meters. It's a classified stakes. Number 2 at 6 to 1. Horse number 4 at 3 to 1. Horse number 5 at 4 to 1. 7 at 7 to 1. Then we got JP van der Merwe riding 11, 12 at 8 to 1, and 13 at 7 to 1. Was that horse called Peace of Mind or Peace in Our Mind or something that let us down last week?
100%. He's called Peace in Our World. Unfortunately, we went for the top 3 on the ratings, and I must be honest with you, they weren't given the best of rides, 2 of them. So, I wasn't going to find that. Unfortunately, just that one out. But anyway, it goes like that. Let's get stuck into this race. Not an easy race, this one, D's. I must be honest with you. There's turnover of weights with Reach of the Stars and Reach for the Stars and Alado's Pride. They're going to be there. Africa's Rock won a very good race last time out, coming from off the pace, now stepping up to 1,900. He can be anything. You got the likes of Storm Commander also trying 1,900. Seems to be better over the mile, though. Lord Nelson ran on strongly last time out. And then the Kelly Mitchell yard's got a newcomer called Harold the Duke, and spoke to the yard yesterday and said this horse is really putting up some very, very good work and definitely got a winning chance. The pick 6, unfortunately, we're going to have to go wide. The bipot, I've gone 3 horses here, 4, 5, and 13, but the pick 6, we're going to need to go a bit wider with 2, 4, 5, 7, 11, and 13 in a tricky race, D's.
2, 4, 5, 7, and 11, and 13. I've jotted those numbers down. Just something to note, Hollywoodbets number 1, Adios Amigos, has been backed from 16 to 1 into 12 to 1 if you want to use that as a betting guide. Anti-post number 1, Adios Amigos. On to race number 5, merit-rated 96 handicap. It's over 1,400 meters. And the shortest price favorite does come up in this race, and it's horse number 2, Global Alley, at 7 to 10. And then we got number 4 at 8 to 1, 5 at 6 to 1, 6 Slings and Arrow, interesting runner with Muzi up, 33 to 10, 8 is a scratching, 7 runners go to post. Are we all in with the number 2 Global Alley, or do we have to include number 6 Slings and Arrows?
All in, D's, all in. Here's a very, very good horse that's ahead of the handicapper, there's no doubt. Course and distance suits, found the right race for him. Very, very strong. Big, beautiful horse, and he really got a very good finish on him. The pace will definitely be on, and I think he is definitely the best bet on the card, Global Alley.
I'm just looking at one thing here, Grant. Maybe you want to touch on that, because since he's been here, he hasn't been tried with the blinkers and he's been running well. But I see in Cape Town he used to race with blinkers, which are back on now.
Yeah, it is a bit strange. We'll see what happens race time. Maybe they'll still come off before then. But I tell you what, the way he's been racing, he's definitely ahead of the handicapper. And the horse, the exact kind of horse here, I've been watching this horse, the horse number 5, the Mauritian. His second run was very, very good. It's his third run. He's definitely going to be in the money, there's no doubt. But Global Alley is a very decent horse, and he'll take a power beating.
Well, Grant Paddock is a banker, number 2 Global Alley, and he's picked out a nice horse there if you want to play some exactors with number 5, the Mauritian. On to race number 6. It's a classified stakes. The distance is 1,400 meters. Number 1, 9-2. Horse number 3 at 8-1. 4 at 7-2. 5 at 11-2. And then horse number 7, Charlie Malone, is at 33-10. Yeah, that is it, because there's nothing else in single figures, Grant. You're just judging by the way they priced this race up, it looks like a tricky race.
D's not too bad. I went 5 horses in the pick 6. There's a couple. This horse single files, a really, really smart horse. If it was a mile, I would have said banker back to 1,400. It's not a severe problem, but he's a massive, massive runner. I think he'll actually take a lot of beating. Very nice colt, and he'll actually, as he gets older, he'll get better. He just needs to fill out a little bit more, and he'll be a decent horse. Number 1, Guerra with Fourie up. You got to get him on the day. If he's got his mind on the game, he's a massive runner. Timbavati River, that last run I see pulled up lame. Hopefully they fix that up, and he's a definite inclusion, as well as Prince of Denmark. Very good run last time out. 1,400 is definitely going to suit him a touch better. And then obviously Charlie Malone will probably end up the favourite. I see they back that horse every time he comes to the races. So I'm going quite strong on single file here, D's. I do like him to beat the 7 horse Charlie Malone, the 1, and then the 2. Pick 6, 1, 2, 3, 4, and 7.
1, 2, 3, 4, and 7. I'm jotting these numbers down. We'll multiply it out and see what cost there is. Already we have a banker, that's Global Alley. But it is a competitive race. But thanks to Grant, we've managed to narrow that down to 5 runners in a field of 13 that go to post at the time of recording. Then on to the main event for the day, Grant. It's the Breeders' Guineas, a listed race over 1,600 meters. I'll read out the best weighted column. Well, I said that the other horse was the shortest price favorite on the day. Then I had to have a relook, because number 1, Lunar Halo, is at 6-10. Global Alley is at 7-10. So this is at 6-10. This is the shortest price favorite on the card. And number 2, Sidley, at 2-1. Number 3 at 8-1. 6 is a scratching. It's a small field. There's quality in the race. The best weighted column, well, it looks like a one-horse race with Lunar Halo at 100. Then number 2, Sidley, at 89. 86 to number 3, 4 at 85, and I don't think we need to mention the balance, because they look to be way out on these weight terms. Has the market got it right with this horse at 6-10, number 1?
100%. She's the best 3-year-old filly in PE. She's exceptionally good. There's no doubt. No problems with the trip, the mild. She's very, very hard to beat in a field like this. Suddenly, I've got to concern her getting the mile. She hasn't tried it before. She's been as far as 1,500 and hasn't finished her race off in Cape Town. The only concern in this race is the pace. I don't see a pace here. Maybe one of the Mitchley horses will go and make it, or hopefully Alan sends one out there to make a decent pace, because if they can turn a sprint, then you can get a result. But Lunar Halo is definitely in a far better class than these horses. I must tell you, this horse number 5, Passion Diala, is really putting up some very, very good work at home, and it wouldn't surprise me if she runs second at all. Her grass gallop was very, very good, and I think she's a bit of a runner. Even though she's an 85, she's a Cape Town 85, and they're probably 10 points stronger when they get here. So she's definitely a runner, but they're going to have to run to beat Lunar Halo, all in banker.
Okay, then we're going all in banker here. Luna Hello, another banker on the card. So that is 2 4 5 legs, 2 bankers, and we're going to end off with race number 8, as we always have a conversation with Grant about this race. But recently there have been some fair results. It hasn't been those big train smashers like we used to get at Fairview. So race number 8 over 1,200 meters, number 1 at 9-2, number 3 at 6-1. Then we have to go all the way down to horse number 18 at 11-2. So if you are looking to back a horse that I did not read out in the betting, then there's plenty of value to be had. And 14, who is the jockey? Robert Carty is the jockey on horse number 14, Misty Cliffs. So Grant, it's a big field. Wow. 18 runners go to post. Regardless of the result, you're going to get money here if you get the right 4 past the post in the quartet. But it's the pick 6 that I'm very interested to hear what you have to say.
Dees, yeah, it's one of those typical Port Elizabeth last races. My value bet on the day comes within number 18, Holly's View. I think she's actually a massive runner here. She flew last time out against the boys over 5 furlong. She tends to get left a little bit at the start, but finishes the race off strongly. Extra 200 back against the girls, Richard Fourie up, Alan Krief. I think they're going to have a very, very good day tomorrow. I'm taking her to win it. A filly like Lady Renee's done nothing wrong over course and distance. She's definitely got to go in. Misty Cliffs. This filly, number 1, Lady Mallorca, 61.5 is the only concern for me, although I probably would have tipped her to win it. Very, very smart filly. I think she's a filly that's going to go through the divisions in PE. I'm just not sure if the 61.5 is going to hold her back, but she's definite runner. Pomodora's Jet, she's let me down before, but you can never leave her out. And then this new filly for the Cape Town form, Red Sash, is also a filly that's got to go in. I've tipped them 18 from 16, 1 and 3, but my pick 6, we need to add the 5, 14 and 15.
So give us the numbers in numerical order while I try to work out the sperm of yours. What are the numbers in numerical order?
1, 3, 5, 14, 15, 16 and 18.
Okay.
And it should give you a total of 630.
Hey, you're way ahead of the game. Grant Paddock, way ahead of the game. He is way ahead. So let me read that out. He's worked it out for you. 630 Rand. That'll be 90 times 2, 4, 6, 7. Yeah, it is Grant Paddock on the mark. 90 times 7, which is 630. I'll read those numbers out before we go to Grant's suggested bet. Pick 6, race number 3. 4, 5 and 6, leg 1. Leg 2, 2, 4, 5, 7, 11 and 13. Leg 3, banker 2. Leg 4, 1, 2, 3, 4 and 7. And closing things off, we're standing in the last. All we need to do is for the right number to arrive. And hopefully it's 1, 3, 5, 14, 15, 16 and 18 and 63 Rand. Will give you 10%. Thanks for that, Grant. Over to you for your suggested bet.
Thank you, Dee's. Best bet, race 5, number 2, Global Alley. My value bet, race 8, number 18, Holly's View. And my suggested bet, the bipod goes as follows. First leg, 6 and 10, by 1 and 16, by banker 5, by 4, 5 and 13, by banker 2, by 1, 2, 4, 7, for 48 Rand.
Well, that is it. Grant is big on a few horses. We're on bankers in what we'll call a spontaneous pick 6. We just did it during the course of the show, which is usually the case. They could arrive, and Grant is the man in form. Thank you so much, Grant, for your valuable time.
100%, Dee. Thank you very much, and good luck to the punters tomorrow. Goodbye.
Well, that is it. So on behalf of Grant Paddock, on behalf of the Gallop TV team, to you, the valued racing fan, have a blast. Find all the winners. Hopefully, it turns out to be a very successful day for you. And from myself, Dee's Diner, until we meet again, you take care. Salani Gasle.